back to Living Local. Our next guest says she can help get your child into their first PIC post-grad college program. And welcome to the show, Autumn Raines Lockett, founder of Grad Missions, which is also this segment's sponsor. Hey, how are you, Autumn? Good to see you.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, so let's talk about what inspired the creation of Grad Missions and the curated application experience. I love a good origin story, so let's dig into it.
I love that. It's sort of like a superhero origin story because it starts as a public teacher. I used to be a public school teacher and moved into higher ed admissions, and over 12 years of being director of admissions at competitive law and med schools, what I found is that by the time applicants got to me as director, they'd already made a lot of mistakes.
Sure.
And my teacher heart just broke for them because these are competent, brilliant students who are going to be amazing lawyers and doctors, and I knew that I had the tools to help them get in, but it just wasn't an option to me.
Sure.
As director of admissions. And so I started this business so that I could work on behalf of parents and students.
Yeah, and what kind of strategies do you use to prepare students for these interviews? Because, particularly, for law and medical schools, that's such an important part, right?
Yes, for some of these schools, it's 60% of their admission score. And so
Wow.
It is really what makes the difference between you being admitted and you not being admitted. And what I found is that a lot of times students would apply, and then I would sit and talk with them later, and they would let me know about these things in their life that were nowhere in their application. People were bearing the lead. And so I think making sure that they're telling their story in a compelling way. Sometimes people tend to be either a little too braggy or not braggy enough
Sure.
about the things that they've done in their lives. And I know what the decision makers are looking for in amazing medical and law students.
And what kind of feedback have you received from parents and students who have used your services and how it's influenced their approach?
Well, I don't mean to brag, but I'm saving families here.
Yeah.
Parents are so over having to nag their students about, have you registered for the MCAT? Do you have letters of rep?
Sure.
Have you started your application? And what I do is I step in with 12 years of experience, and the students listen to me. And so parents can go back to being parents and having this relationship without having to gripe and nag their student about these timelines. Let me handle that part, and you just enjoy being a parent of an adult child.
Yeah, and anxieties and there's lots of things out there. And how do you help students who struggle with test anxiety or interview anxiety, or writing letter of recommendation? There's so many aspects of this. How do you kind of help them navigate that?
Absolutely. So I have a background in working with students of all ages with disabilities. Okay. And what often happens for these high achievers is they've been able to sort of make it work because they are so smart. And then they get into classes like organic chemistry, business law, and they get into these high stakes tests and they realize that their coping skills aren't quite enough.
Right.
And so what I do is I work with these students and their primary care providers to make sure that they have the accommodations that they need to level the playing field and have a fair shake at these high stakes tests.
Yeah, and so kind of walk us through the process a little bit. There's so many aspects of this, and choosing the right program is so important. And, that's a whole process in of itself, of course.
Oh, it absolutely
Yeah.
is. And statistics tell us that a student's success in law or med school, what matters more than anything else, more than rankings, more than reputation, is how they feel like they fit at the school and the support that they get. And so when students apply and they have 5 or 6 admission offers to look at, that's when our work really begins. And that's when a lot of programs like mine end. But because I'm in sort of a unique position where I've done law school admissions, med school admissions, I've been the driver's seat of helping students decide, is this the right school for you or not? I can really advise them on this really individualized decision process.
Yeah, and what are some tips you can offer students who are trying to negotiate scholarships to maximize their educational opportunities? I mean, that is a really important aspect of this.
Well, a lot of my clients don't even realize that you can negotiate your scholarship.
I had no idea,
and
to be honest with you.
Absolutely can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
That tuition price is just a suggestion.
Yeah.
And so, but there's a humility, there's an
Sure.
art and a science to negotiating. And if you come in, and I've literally read letters as director where people said, your school would be so lucky to have me. Well, that can be sort of off-putting. So there's a way that you can say, hey, I really want to come to your school. If I can get to this price point, I'll commit today, and I'm excited to get started. That's sort of a generalization, but that would be my best advice: is to come to it from a place of humility,
Sure.
and with a definite end goal in mind, that
Yeah.
you're not going to come back in 3 weeks and want more
course.
money.
And what's the best way for viewers to learn about your program and what you can help coach?
Yeah, gradmissions.org
Okay.
is my website.
Great.
And people can actually schedule a 20-minute free consult, and you'll get lots of good strategies and details about your own application experience just during that free 20-minute consult. And then if people want to work with me beyond that, I start working with students as early as their senior year of high school.
Wow. Well, hey, Autumn, thanks so much, and thanks for what you're doing for students. This is such a great program. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Thanks. Again, this segment was sponsored by Grad Missions. For more information, you can go to gradmissions.org. We'll have all those details posted at ourquadcities.com.